Hey gang, what's going on? I'll give you all one guess what this video is about. This is just a few of the flashlights that I've got. None of them are real high dollar. Mostly mag lights, obviously, as you can see from the back side here. Really neat mag light here, but I'm not going to talk about that. Not even going to talk about my real nice Nightcore MH40 Thor. No, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about the O-lights, who are now, then they were ITP. It was just a spin-off. Now they're O-lights. This is a headlamp. It's pretty cool. I'll go ahead and mess with this one here real quick. It's got 3 different modes. Low. Wow, look at that effect. That's neat. Medium. And high. And it has this head piece right here, really minimalist, which I like. And I got this big monster one that has a separate battery pack that goes on the back of your head. Anyway, it's not about these. It's not about these at all. I mentioned in my, let's get that and pan down some here. I mentioned in my EDC video that I had ordered a replacement for my EDC pocket carry ITP. I believe it's the A3 EOS. And waiting. Took forever for it to finally come in. And I don't know if I showed anybody exactly what it was, so I'm just going to show you here. That right there is the beast. It is a DQG Hobi. Uses a 10180 battery, mini LED flashlight with a Cree XP G2, 120 lumen, 2 mode, and you have your choice of cool white or neutral white. I selected the cool white, $18.39 with free shipping. Okay, now you can see it looks pretty small, but you don't get a real good perspective until you have the thing in your hand. So I'm going to try to do the best I can with perspective with some common well-known flashlights so that everybody has the idea of what exactly it is that you would be getting. So, enter the DQG Hobi. Let's get a measurement first, huh? Let's do that. Let's get that sucker up there. 1 1/8 inches. 1 1/8 inches. If I measure just the head on this, it measures 1 1/8 inches. Just that piece right there. Incredible. Now, max 80 lumens here. 120 here. It's a dual mode. Quite simply, turn. There's your first mode. And you're turning clockwise, just turn harder for the higher mode. It has more of a flood than it does a beam. There is a hot spot, and it's gets washed out probably at about, I don't know, 50 feet or so. Starts to wash out quite a bit, but I was able to light up the side of my shop, which is an easy 120-ish feet away from the house. So what powers this thing? People may think button cells or something along those lines. So let's take a look. Let's get her open. No, it is not a button cell. It is a 70 milliamp hour 10180 rechargeable. Now, as tiny as that thing is, I still was confident that I could grab my Nightcore charger and charge that little sucker up without any problem at all. So I grabbed my Nightcore charger. I took that battery and I went, well, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. For anybody who happens to do the same thing and you have a similar charger to this for charging your 18650s, 18350s, so on and so forth, you can still charge these using the night core. How? Get your night core. Get some neodymium magnets. Make sure their polarity is the same going through. And just make up your space right there. Works just fine. Sits right in there, charges the battery up. Average charge time on these batteries, I completely, while I drained this one as far as I dared drain it, down to 1 bar as registered on here. Excuse me, and it took a whopping 16 minutes to charge. So not a real long charge time. GearBest is where this came from. Now, for those of you who like these overshore gadget websites and the local county com with stupid high shipping prices that they really need to expand on, like dx.com and whatnot. GearBest, awesome. Based in Sweden, so expect longer shipping times coming from Sweden than from the other side of the United States. Took about 3.5 weeks for my light to come in, but go check out GearBest. It's spelled just like it sounds, GearBest. Just Google it, you'll find GearBest. All kinds of just awesome stuff. My list is a mile long on things that I'm wanting to pick up. So what have we got? Well, we have an unusual, well, I forget what they call it now, but it's got a smooth reflector, and then it has a really unusual, let's call it a focusing cone in there. And you can't really see it really well at all with the camera, but we'll get in there and see if we can't get a little bit of something. But another neat thing that this has is it has a blue GID when you've used the light for a little while, and say you drop it and you lose it, no big worries. You can see that right there. Really neat blue GID. And I'm not sure if it's recessed down by the emitter or if it is up around the ring here. But just really neat. But obviously very pocketable. It is replacing the ITP or the O-light, whatever you want to call it. I did initially put the larger gate on there, but it just overpowered the light, so I went with a smaller little titanium one that I had laying around, and there it is. Now I am cutting about 1.5 inches off of the length of my P7 suspension clip spare keys that go in my pocket by putting that light on there. Very, very small. People with larger hands, yeah, you're going to have little issues fumbling with it. It is a two-handed light, where, you know, as this one you can grab and turn with one hand to turn on. This one, not so much. If you've got it on the keyring, maybe you can. I haven't even tried that. Let me see. Okay, if you've got it on the keyring, it's no problem, because you've got the, as long as you don't have a swivel. So I guess that'll work out okay. But anyway, there you go. Props to GearBest. Really enjoying their website. They have a whole lot to offer. My bank account's going to end up getting drained if I'm not careful. So go check them out. Tons and tons of stuff, and not just flashlights. Knives, EDC gear, electronics. Just like I say, if you're a DX, DealExtreme.com fan, go to GearBest. Give it a shot. This is Zippo. This entire dedication goes to the DQG Hobi. They also have a DQG Spy and another one, and I don't remember the name of it offhand, that all use the same battery, just different configurations on here. Some of them are available where you can get extension tubes and use the, what is it, the 10, the AA looking battery. I don't remember the name of it offhand, or the number of it offhand. But anyway, 1044 or something like that. 10144 something. But anyway, there you go. There you have it. GearBest.com. And be sure to order batteries when you order the flashlight. It does not come with batteries. And if you do not have a charger for larger batteries like this Nitecore, they do have a screw-on tail cap that you can take and put on to charge that connects to USB, micro USB. So when you have 50 amp slash 200 or 50 milliamp slash 200 milliamp charging capability on it. So there you go. This is Zippo. Holler at you later. I'm out.